Hello guys, welcome back to another video, another update on my dream car garage build. Things probably don't look that different, but I can assure you a lot has happened since I saw you last. I think it was a bit warmer last time as well. I have a good feeling I was in shorts and a vest. Yeah, things are definitely changed in the weather department. Yeah, it's very cold right now, but we have some pretty big updates and pretty big changes that are going to be happening over the course of this video. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to show you around. I'll show you exactly what has been happening over the past couple of months or so, and then I'll kind of give you a few things what you can expect to see in this part. I think this is part 6 now. I know the big thing that you are probably all wondering, have you applied for planning permission? Not yet, but it's coming very soon. I'm hoping to do it this month, hoping to have it sent in by the end of January. Now, let me show you around. So, I guess the first and biggest change that has occurred is, well, the garage is gone, isn't it? As you can see, there was a garage here. It's now just a concrete base. The car, the BMW E12 520, is definitely sitting pretty at the moment, but yeah, the garage is gone. It was, you know, definitely not fit for purpose. It was just a steel thing, and as I mentioned many times, I couldn't stand up in there. It wasn't big enough, so yeah, that had to go. Making way now for a huge driveway coming from the front of the property. It's going to run all the way down here, all the way down here, and then straight down there to a large dream car garage at the bottom there. Now, as you can see, pile of concrete here. Basically, what I'm going to be doing, I think I have decided I'm going to be having a gravel drive. It's, you know, it's the most cost-effective driveway you can have. I'm going to be doing it properly, I think, with the gravel grids and all the rest of it, but I think I'm going to try and do as much of it myself. So basically the plan is, with all this concrete, with all this even, and all the existing driveway, I'm going to crush it up, crush it to a fine, you know, crushed concrete / hardcore, and then basically we will be going for this sort of effect, but you know, it's going to be a lot more crushed and compact. Don't worry, this isn't staying like this. All this still has to come out. It's got to be taken back a good few more inches just to get any topsoil off, and then of course we'll go down to the depth that we need, and then we'll be getting stoned up with some fresh hardcore. Like I said, the drive is going to be coming round here, big garage there. Fingers crossed. Hopefully that's the plan anyway. Oh, you probably noticed as well, where's all the fence? So about a month ago or so, a few of the fence panels blew down. We planned on getting all of the fence panels replaced anyway at some point, but I thought, they've blown down, we may as well get it done now. And you may be thinking, why are you doing fence panels before you're doing the rest, like before you're doing the foundations for the garage, before you are doing the driveway and things like that, the most important things? Well, to be honest, when you think about it, it kind of makes sense to do all of the fencing first. Not only is access good for a fencing company to come in and do it now, but it also makes sense to actually know where your borders are, you know, where your boundaries are. And you know, when it comes to applying for planning permission and things like that, you need to know exactly how far from the boundary, how far from the fence line, you know, you want your garage and things to be. So yeah, the boundaries, they may change slightly because I mean, you can't really tell here, but like the fence line at the moment is a bit all over the place. So hopefully we're aiming for a nice straight line along the back, and a nice straight line along that side as well. So yeah, important to get that in first. That's going to be happening over the next couple of days. Oh, also as well, you probably remember Caravan was sat over there. This is either going to be a terrible idea or a brilliant idea. that's now gone. Did sell it. I think I got like 450 quid for it. The garage as well, was sold that. I think got 300 quid for that. The buyer actually came, dismantled it, took it away. So win-win for that. That'll definitely come in handy. I'll probably use that money to hire a mini digger and a crusher. So reinvesting the money back into the project, of course. But yeah, like I said, next couple of days, getting all of the fencing replaced. Once that is then done, I guess we can begin crushing up this concrete pad, making more of this, and then we can get a crusher in and then start making some of that. Okay, so things haven't gone to plan. Let me explain. This video is probably going to be going out a month later than what I wanted it to. Basically, I've kind of been messed around. As I explained, all of the fencing was going to be replaced. It's now done. It looks great, but yeah, things definitely didn't go to plan with it. So basically, I had a company in to do the whole lot. They was going to be doing a couple of other jobs as well. Originally, they said it was going to take them 2 or 3 days to do the whole lot, which I thought was a bit optimistic. I thought maybe a week or so. Anyway, over the course of around 2 weeks, I kept getting let down. They said they was going to come, then they would come at a different time, and then they had to turn around and they couldn't make it. Long story short, like I said, I got messed around a lot. They didn't want to turn up and finish the job, so I just said, look, we've had enough now, we've had enough waiting around, we'll just call it a day and we'll have to finish the job ourselves. So that is what we have done, essentially. Well, almost finished the job. I'll show you how the fencing and everything is looking in just a bit. I'll show you a couple of the little bits and bobs that I have planned as well. But yes, I do want to apologise for this video going out later than expected, but kind of out of our hands. Like I said, I've been messed around for the best part of 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, I'm excited. Things are looking fresher now. Actually, let me just show you around. It will just be a lot easier to explain things. So then, as I mentioned, all of the fence panels and the posts and gravel boards have all been replaced, and everything is now looking nice and level all round the entire garden, leading right down to the front of the property. And we have all this lot now as well, so this is all going to be crushed up for hardcore, along with the old garage base and along with the original driveway as well. Should make a hell of a lot of hardcore, actually. I don't know how much I'm going to need to bring in on top of this, but yeah, this should make a good decent amount. As I mentioned many times now, driveway is going to come right around there, and garage, of course, is going to be down the bottom. So over the 2 weeks that the company came in to do the fencing, they got right around here to about there, and me and a family member actually finished things off right down to the bottom. And we're also going to be fitting a new set of gates here as well. Should match the fence panels quite nicely. It's going to be 2 double gates like this basically, but a bit higher, and they'll be a lot more secure, which should mean that because I have a carport, that this can kind of act as my garage for the time being, or at least that is the plan. Probably wondering what all this gravel here is for. Yes, if you are wondering if it has been removed from the driveway, it has been. I'm going to be using all this to create a land drain in the garden. I have some perforated pipe right here. Inside I have some membrane, and essentially the plan is to create a land drain going down this side of the fence line, right down the bottom, and then right across the back of the garden, and then going underneath the fence and draining into that brook right there. Now, why am I creating a land drain, or a French drain as some people like to call it? Well, I don't know if you've been watching this entire series, but basically when I dug everything out, it was pretty apparent that the garden was getting pretty flooded. After we've had a couple of days rain now, yes, the garden is still getting pretty flooded. So this water needs to go somewhere. It can't just sit there, because yeah, it's basically like a river down this side of the garden at the moment. Also the lawn as well, that is completely waterlogged. I believe it's all coming from higher ground, the neighbour's property. That is higher ground. It's just running straight off. So you can see it's all sat in a flower bed there. So I'm thinking if I can create a land drain going down there, it should take all this water away. It should not be coming into the garden. It should be taken away and to go into that natural brook at the back there. And then I guess we'll see how we get on with that really. But until this garden dries out, I don't want to be bringing a digger in here. I know how bad it was when I, cleared the rest of the garden, when I dug up all of the tree stumps. Digger was getting stuck, and when the ground is so wet like this, you cannot grade the land. Obviously, I want to dig out the rest of the driveway. I want to dig that down to spec. I want to properly grade and flatten all of this, just so I know how much material I need to remove. And then of course I need to get a concrete crusher in as well to crush all that up into hardcore. So chances are it's now going to be another couple of months waiting for some warmer weather, wait until things dry out a bit, and then like I said, I'll get a digger in, I'll get a crusher in, and hopefully we will have heard back from planning permission at that point. Still haven't put in for it yet, but I am going to be putting in for it soon. So hopefully on the next part in this build series, I should hear back some news as to whether or not things are going to be given the go-ahead. But yeah, I guess I'm going to leave this one here. Sorry, it's not the progress that you would have hoped for. I mean, I guess we have made pretty good progress. Of course, the original garage is now gone. The caravan went. We have all new fences, so we know all of our perimeters now. I guess that's like the best place to start, right? You should start with your perimeters, know exactly where your borders are, and then I know exactly now how much space we have left to play with. And I think the garden actually looks bigger now that we have fresh new fences. I mean, we may have nicked a couple of inches either side depending on sort of where the line went, but yeah, I think things are looking a lot better. I'm happy at the moment, but just a little frustrated that I got messed around by a company. It seems nowadays in general it is very difficult to find anyone that actually wants to work, but I guess a lot of people are having the same issues. It's not just myself. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one here anyway. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the progress so far. I know it's probably slower than what you would have liked, but things take time. I guess it gives me more time to save up more money and, do those other bits and pieces that I mentioned. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Anyway, please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one.